I don't even remember the first time I was catcalled. I kind of just grew up thinking that was a thing that happened to women.
High school, probably like sophomore year or freshman year.
I always looked really old for my age, so I would say like 13.
12, probably.
It's like 14 or 15.
Catcalling is the act of verbally harassing someone.
Catcalling is when someone yells out something to upset someone else when there won't be consequences.
Shouting at someone walking by the street.
It can take form in a lot of things, but the most traditional thing is just a person yelling at someone in the street in regards to their appearance.
A man will whistle or make a derogatory comment towards a woman, usually.
A lot of times it's very sexualized, and sometimes it can be violent.
It makes you feel really uncomfortable.
Have you ever been catcalled?
I have been catcalled.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
No, I have never been catcalled.
No, I have not.
I've never been catcalled, nor have I really, been told a story of someone being catcalled.
Pretty often, actually. Well, especially since coming to college in the city. I feel like in the city, it happens a lot.
I'm from Chicago and I'm from the city, and that just happens a lot there.
Did you like being catcalled?
No.
No.
Nope. No.
I don't usually respond because you don't know how dangerous somebody is.
It can be dangerous to fully intervene, but sometimes I'll heckle.
I tend to joke around and be like, yeah, whatever.
Playing along with it.
Because there's the comfort of people being around, but when you're alone, no, never.
Have I ever catcalled? No.
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 No. Ew.
Mainly it's just when I'm walking down the street, usually.
After we walked past him, I was in the middle of my two friends, and he was like, I like you in the middle.
I know several people who have been chased.
Especially when you're alone.
If it's daytime, I'm with friends. I don't really care, but definitely coming home off the train at night and having two guys follow you home, which has happened, is not fun.
Someone and I have been walking down the street, someone in a car has driven past and yelled something at a friend.
I was walking with my sister and my mom and my mom's employee, and a truck drove by and they rolled down the windows and slowed down just to catcall us.
Usually it starts with people just being like, hey, and start it,
This is a personal thing, but I get a lot of about my hair.
I have a friend who's got red hair and they'll be like, hey, red.
As I was passing them, he tried to grab my butt, I guess.
Very short-lived moments, but you still kind of think about them for a while.
I don't feel safe going out by myself. I feel like I need to bring at least one other person with me.
I think catcalling says a lot about society.
especially in the fact that it's not just people objectifying each other, it's usually men objectifying women.
I don't think both genders are anywhere near close to catcalled equally.
Women are definitely catcalled more.
We live in a culture where people feel like it's okay to talk to women this way, and it's not. And I think that a lot of women don't feel safe. And I think that a lot of men, although catcalling is talked about, I think they don't really realize the full extent, because I do have male friends who do not know anything about catcalling or don't even know if that it's a real thing, or think that it's because the attention has been called to it that it's been solved.
Even now, even though we're progressing, men think they have a dominance over women and have the right to kind of yell on the street and think that they should just be okay with it and just take it.
I think it's there's so much deep-rooted sexism in society, so far down and throughout so much history.
There's an assumption of oh, this isn't gonna matter what I do, or oh, this is something I want to do.
I don't think they ever actually expect you to be oh, I'm headed here, you want to come? I don't think they're actually looking to engage really.
It's just showing power and dominance.
People just think they can really say whatever they want.
Something they can do and something they can verbalize without any consequence.
Recently, I've seen it been addressed a lot more.
It's getting a lot more attention now.
The fact that people recognize the term shows how mainstream it's become.
But I don't think that the way it's been talked about has made very much change.
We need to go about it in a different way than just being stop catcalling.
In order to address it effectively, you need to provide a solution or an alternative to it. Otherwise, it's very hard. Because I think most of us are aware that it happens. All of us know about catcalling, but not many of us know how to fix it.
It can definitely be like limited, and I think we're on our way to limiting it, but yeah, it's gonna take some time.
I honestly don't know.
Catcalling isn't the full issue. Catcalling is a symptom of society's disregard of women. Like it's just an echo of how society feels about women in general and the blatant disrespect that they have towards women and female presenting people. It's not, catcalling isn't its own thing. Catcalling is just part of a bigger issue. So
I think you have to go to the source of it and kind of just tackle like make sure to preach feminism as much as possible, and then eventually get to a point where like there is like this equal dynamic between men and women, and then it'll just naturally go away, or at least it'll be seen as something that is not right.
Because as long as women are trying to be equal and men are threatened by it, there's still going to be instances of like verbal violence.